All right, boys, you guys know what time it is. Football season is back. And you guys know what that means. It's time to fire, boys. All season long, you guys got to try out Prize Picks. Trust me, you've heard me talk about it before. Download the Prize Picks app right now. Trust me, for this football season, because we're firing this season like never ever before. I got my oversized DK Metcalf jersey on. We got football on this Thursday, college on Saturday, NFL Sunday, UFC Saturday too. Big firing weekend. So boys, what I love about Prize Picks, especially for football, if you guys know what players are going to perform, if you're doing fantasy anyway, that's why Prize Picks is so good, because you're choosing players instead of teams. So bundle up a bunch of players, know what players are going to perform, lock them in. Also, we got you boys on a code. Use code NELK. It's a 100% deposit bonus code for first-time users. So download the app, plug in that code. If you put in $100, they're going to match the $100, boys. So code NELK, take advantage of that. That's for you, boys. Prize Picks is available in 70% of the United States, boys. Texas, California, Florida. So yeah, boys, DM me your picks this weekend too. I'm about to lock in some big on Prize Picks. I love it. Firing season is finally back, boys. Football's back. Download Prize Picks. Let's go. We got an absolute legend in the house today.
Oh yeah, change my drink. You can give me some caffeine. Okay, I got you. I got you, dude.
Gabe just killed in the flow right off the break, eh?
That's what he does.
This is our gay assistant, by the way, too.
Yeah, are you gay?
Yeah.
He's gay as it gets.
Oh yeah, I've always wondered about the gays. Who decides who f***s who? Like when you're f***ing your boyfriend, do you guys like take turns? You switch off? Oh, so you're not gay?
I don't have a boyfriend, no.
But you are gay.
Yeah, I guess. The thing about that him though is like he's actually like he's like a cool gay guy. Like
dude, most gay guys I meet are cool. Lesbians hate me, man. I look like the guy that they think I'm the guy that abused them. I'm not the guy. I know I got a shaved head and I wear boots, but I'm not the guy. I'm not your dad. I'm not whoever the I'm not the guy that hurt you. But yeah, man, I support your lifestyle, dude, and I hope you fuck a lot of dudes and don't get AIDS.
That is true. Lesbians are the most sensitive.
They're way more rude.
Well, they're angry. They're
yeah,
angry.
but because gay guys probably want to fuck you, lesbians don't. No, bro, I'll tell you what it is. It's because it's two alpha girls. Two alpha girls is not going to work. You know what I mean? When you're lesbians, there's usually two alpha chicks, right?
I mean, I don't know if we call them alphas. They're usually just, but like, I mean, let's call them for what they are. They're angry lesbians, man. Angry lesbians, like, you grow up watching two chicks go down on each other, and all of a sudden you see it in the wild. You see two girls in the wild, and you're like, man, all my dreams are about to come true. And you're like, oh man, you guys are. But anyways, we got off tangent, man. I support your lifestyle. I hope you fuck all the dudes. I'm sure at one point he's going to be joining your party.
What the fuck? Absolutely
oh my
not,
God.
bro. What the
Who told
fuck
you? How do you get that vibe?
So let me tell you something about this, guys. I don't really watch like pop culture shit.
Yeah,
like I stay away from it, dude, because it's like cancer on the mind. But I did watch an interview with you and Dylan. Dylan's that fucking name? I can't stand that guy.
Dylan Dennis?
Yeah, and I realized, bro, you're like, how old are you?
29.
You're like how old are you?
Same age.
You're like the mature, reasonable guy that fucking a little bit too tan, but you're the mature, reasonable guy. And you're more like the Weasley fucking beta male in the group. But I think it's a good dichotomy. It's a good.
I'm going through a rebrand right now, so I'm just letting you know.
What's your rebrand?
Like more gym focus, more protecting, like values type shit.
Yeah, you seem a little bit like morally shady. Like I don't think I'd want like let me tell you, if I went away on a vacation,
that's how I know you're full of shit though.
If I went on a vacation, bro, and I came home and you were like having lunch at my my chicken or fuck you, but if you were having lunch at my house, I would be like, oh, this guy's trying to fuck my chick. You, bro, I think you're a little bit more trustworthy.
Thank you.
You just have that. This guy, though.
What is there anything specific that gives you that kind of energy?
Just here, I'll tell you why. Because I don't watch.
Or any way I could fix that, maybe?
I don't watch podcasts. I'm just not really into it, dude, especially like the pop culture shit, bro. It's cancer for the brain. It's like,
yeah.
And again, you guys have made a lot of money off this, so I fucking respect you fuckers, man. You guys are fucking crushing.
I feel you though. Social media it's definitely fucking toxic.
But like I was watching, so I was like, I'm gonna get to know these guys a little bit and get to know these guys. So I watched you and the Dylan Dennis, and you were more like the reasonable one. Like you were being a little beta. You wanted to tell him what's up. You wanted to say, hey, dude, talking about that guy's fucking wife, you're a piece of shit. You shouldn't fucking do it, and you're a fucking scumbag. But you were a little bit more like
I folded.
Yeah, you're a little bit more. You folded a little bit more.
Yeah,
like you were a little bit more like I'm gonna suck this guy off and be part of the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not part of the club because most people feel how you do about him and don't fuck with him.
No, but I'm saying, but what I'm telling you though, it's like, it's harder to be this guy to say, hey,
Shit.
like it's harder to be this guy to say, hey, what you're doing is not right. You know, there was a point in our fucking country where if you implied a man's wife was a whore, he'd fucking kill you. And I still think fucking that should be that way. So what you do, bro, you have this kind of this old school mindset that like, you know, make fun of me, whatever you want, but there's lines not to cross. And that's a harder position to take than to kind of be a little bit more weaselly.
Yeah.
What's your name again?
But you need a balance of it, Steiny.
Oh, it's kind of Weasley, Steinley, you know, that kind of goes a little bit, bro.
It's happen every time, bro.
We're going to rebrand you.
It's just research. I don't know.
But yeah, no, you guys are fucking crushing
Thank you,
it.
bro.
You got a good
Well, we
dichotomy.
fucking appreciate you coming because you're a fucking legend. And dude,
The UFC, bro. I don't know what the fuck these guys did the UFC, but they love these fucking guys, bro. I like that shit.
well, I've been watching UFC since like I'm 29.
Man, me, bro. I almost see your nut hanging out,
Oh,
sitting
fuck,
like
my
that, bro.
bad.
Come on, bro. You're gonna turn this guy on, bro. Look, his dick's starting to get hard. Just had to leave the fucking room. He just had to leave the fucking room.
No, I've been watching fucking UFC since like I was like 2008, like back in the day. So like I've been watching, and then we were doing all these videos and shit, and then we got in contact with Dana.
Yeah.
So we just started going to fights, and then we were doing content, and like we have a pretty big audience. So,
I respected you guys. Another thing I respect you guys bringing Trump on. I'm not a huge Trumper. I'm a libertarian, but like you guys kind of like after like the whole world deplatformed him, you guys like sacked the fuck up and you gave him a platform. And I respect you guys for that, you know?
for sure. Well, we try to just be true to what we think, you know. I think that's the name of the game in social media. We try our best, but I was gonna say like I appreciate you coming. You're a fucking legend.
Yeah,
You're
you guys
legendary fighter.
You
but
guys
bro,
are doing all the right shit besides you caving a little bit to Dylan.
I was going to just ask, so what do you think about that? Him putting Logan's girl on blast.
So
like
let
that?
me tell you, when it comes to the Jake Paul brothers, I stay away from it. And
but you're on Twitter a lot, so you got.
I'm on Twitter a lot, and I rant a lot more than I should, dude. But it's like there is a problem in America, and I say this because I'm part of the problem, because I grew up as like the modern day male, and Jake Paul, Dylan Dennis, they're fucking cancer, you guys. And it's like they're cancer on society, and all they do is they hurt men. They hurt the image of men. They hurt the psyche of men. And the more you could just fucking stay away from it, the better off you'll be. The better relationships you'll have. Fucking guys just toxic.
How so? How do you like? Why do you think so?
Fuck, man. You guys
Like, how are they toxic?
just little things like we're talking about. You know, one of the greatest presidents, Andrew Jackson. I mean, he killed a man for implying his wife was a whore. Like, we used to live in this world where respect and dignity mattered and what you said mattered. But now we just live in this world where like, hey, look at my clickbait. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something outrageous. And then once you get used to this, I'm going to do something more outrageous. And, you know, the fact that we're raising all these beta males, they just buy into it. As opposed to like a real man. And again, I'm going to say, watching your podcast, you weren't fourth, but a real man would say, hey, first of all, man, no, that shit's not cool. I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to watch your bullshit. Like, I guess he leaked naked photos of her.
I don't think he leaked them. I think they're already on.
But
the internet.
did you look at them?
I did.
But again, me, like, that's kind of like part of the problem. Like, whenever you see something like that, the beta male weak aspect thing to do is to say, no, I'm going to go look at this woman's titties that maybe she put out. But like a real man would say, you know what? You're trash. I'm not going to look at her wife. I'm not, even I want to Google the photo, but I'm not going to do it because the moment I Google that photo and I go look at it, I'm part of the problem.
What about on the flip side though? They sold out. I think they sold out their tickets.
But again, this is what
24
you
hours.
guys are in the world of smut peddling. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You guys make a lot of fucking money and you guys are fucking doing it right, but you are in the world of smut peddling. So, and this is the really shitty thing about society. Because you guys, I grew up in the 1990s. Like, I had no positive role models in my life. I grew up on 1990s Hollywood. But as a man, as I grow up and I start making more money, I look back at all these influences I had and how detrimental to me. I lied. I cheated on my girlfriend. I've done so much bad shit, bro, that as a man, I have to look myself in the mirror and say, I did this. And why did this happen? Why did this happen? It happened because I had no real positive male role models in my life. I had nobody telling me not to be a piece of shit. Being a piece of shit was encouraged. So I think the best thing you do if you're a man, especially a young man, is turn the shit off. Turn the shit off, man. It's only going to make your life harder.
Yeah. What changed for you then in your personal experiences? Because you said you used to do the same shit and you changed your attitude.
Getting a little bit of money. So when I was poor, man, and when I was poor, I would struggle. You know, like you become like vindictive. You become like, you just struggle, bro. You just struggle. You see people money. You see people like the Instagram titties, and you become like, you just fall into the trap of being like this toxic fucking male. And then the moment you start making money and the moment you start doing things more right and you start kind of being a man of your word and you start living better. And again, I still fuck up. I do a lot of fucked up things, dude. But the moment you try, dude, your life becomes exponentially better. And I'm sure you could agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could agree with that. So I just turn off the smut. And they're just fucking smut, dude.
It is tough. Like, I feel like it's a lot harder to be a male now with like social media and like staying loyal to a girl too, with like all this shit's just like
back in the day,
shoved in our fucking face.
No, dude, back in the day, like my grandfather, you know, worked at a bar, fucking avid cheater. My mom has fucking, you know, 20, 30 siblings. But dude, that man had to try to cheat. My grandfather, he had to go to bars. But now you want to cheat, we could get fucking any kind of you want to give me 10 minutes on my phone and I could get some naked on this fucking table. So it's hard, dude. It's hard to be a fucking male, dude. It's hard to be a male. And like, yeah, man, it's fucking rough, dude. The moment you open your eyes and you see what society has done to men, it is fucking rough. Even like you want to talk about like wage. You know, I always say it would be an easier time to be a man in 1942 than it is a man in 2023. And you have people come and tell me, well, Sean, why is that? You have to go storm the beaches of Normandy. You got to go invade, you know, you got to go invade. That sounds terrible. It's terrible. You might die, but you come back and, you know, 1946 or whenever World War II ended, you could go be a mechanic. You could get paid a living wage. You get respected. You can raise a family. You probably have some God in you because that was before it got washed out, and you have a good life. And now let's fast forward to 2023. You have this conspiracy theory of corporations and government trying to turn people into these mindless smut consumers. Being a man in 2023, what is that like? One, more than likely, both your parents work growing up.
Yeah.
Both your parents work growing up. So you have a kid. He's going to be raised by a school system that indoctrinates him into utter fucking trash. And not only that, public school. So most of the kids that he's going to school with are fucking trash. So it's like you cannot filter out the damage from society. So now you're an adult. Now you're 18 years old. You have no moral backing. You have no real constitution of what right is wrong is. All you want to do is you want to get laid. You want all the money because that's what you see on the Instagram. Being a man in 2023 is impossible. And then, you know, last thing before I end this rant, you want to talk about wages. You can't be a man and they took all self-respect from men. You can't be a man and go be a mechanic and support a family. The government robs you, like the CEOs rob you. We are in a fucking awful place right now to be a man. It's fucking rough.
Where do you think that comes from though? Like, is that coming from some
corporations, man?
Like the tops trying to like change 100%. Roles in society?
Let me ask you something. If you were like a corporation and you want more money, do you want strong moral values with a man working and raising a family, or do you want what we have now?
Yeah, that's like above corporations though. That's like.
But it's not. It's not above
top level shit, though.
You know, people always think corporations are evil. They're not evil. They have a purpose. They're a machine and make the most money. And how do you do that? You do that by having more consumers, less people thinking, more people looking at their phone. I mean, we could talk about fucking Iraq, Afghanistan. Furthermore, we could look in hindsight. Or, you know, let's talk about Ukraine. That's modern day. We could look in Ukraine and we could see how much money has been mishandled, how much money we've lost, and yet why it burns down and no one gives a fuck about it. Because all these Americans, bro, they are fucking mindless consumers. And they just stare at their fucking phone and they vote the same people in. I'm telling you, there is it's not a conspiracy, but to be a man is hard in 2023. The only thing we can do, don't go out and buy that new $50,000 TRD. Don't go out and buy that, $100 shirt, my fucking shirt, $10 from Walmart. I buy them in packs, Yeah. The best thing we could do, man, is we need to start taking power away from the dollar. And what I mean by that, the moment we start taking power away from the dollar and telling men that your value of a man is not by how much money you have in your pocket, then it changes. Then men are like, and then we start telling women, and again, that also goes, we start telling women that the value of a man is not the value of what in his pocket. The value of the man is what is inside him. And the moment we start spreading that message to young women that the value of the man, your future husband, boyfriend, comes from, who he is as a person, the world becomes better.
You think that message is possible to spread to women though?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
no chance, bro.
Dude, you just said it.
I feel like women are naturally like trained, like we're animals at the end of the day.
Yeah,
right?
no, we want to.
I feel like women are naturally trained or like trained to like want to be taken care of.
No, I agree, but it's like,
and I feel like success and money, they're just like naturally attracted to.
But there's certain things we are natural. We want to fuck everything. I want to fight everybody. Like there's all these natural instincts. But when you raise a daughter on TikTok, on Instagram, when you're seeing, fakeness, when you're seeing people in Bugattis, people take pictures in front of private fucking jets, people wear $40,000 fucking watches. Like it comes down to raising your daughter and your child with respect. We're already fucked, bro. We already fucked. They're going to look at our podcast and going to be like, oh, my dad.
These guys are fucking losers.
My dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Piece of shit with fucking money though. So you're not a piece of shit. Yeah. But if you were to have a kid, would you instill good values in this child?
For sure.
Yeah. What do you think about the girls that, like, I've seen it a few times where the family doesn't necessarily have money, and then the girl blows up on whatever social media and then makes her family rich that way, and like she basically
you're pimping out your kid.
Yeah, she's basically bringing more money than her father.
And you guys, here's the thing: I was poor and miserable, and now I have money and I'm happy. Like life's different when you have money. Like when I was poor and somebody asked me for $1, I was like, fuck you. Every now and then I'll see it GoFundMe and I'll be like, I'm going to go donate. Having money, once you lose the stress of like, oh, I'm poor, I'm worthless. But this is what it comes back down to. You are taught, like I always tell people, I was at my niece's house once and I was watching like a kid show with them. And there's all these like adult commercials, not like adult commercials, but like, it's like,
really?
It's like, like maybe like Fox or something. And all of a sudden like a car commercial comes. I'm like, why the fuck are they playing this for like kids hour? Like this is where all the little kid cartoons are on. But they do that because they're indoctrinating generations by generations. For instance, how much you guys are not married, right?
No.
When you go get married, what do they say? What's the role buying a girl's a wedding ring? There's a rule to it.
Oh, it's a percent of your net worth. I forget.
It's a percent of your net worth. And you are indoctrinated from fucking birth, being brainwashed by the television that when you get married, you go buy this. When you get married, you have this Audi or fucking Mercedes. It makes you better. And the reason why they're able to indoctrinate kids is because they have made an environment to where you can't be involved with your kids. Now it's like both parents are working. What are you going to do? I'm going to give my kid my cell phone so he shuts the fuck up and I can go to work and he just shuts. I just worked 8 hours a day. Last thing I want to do is fucking deal with my kid. Hey kid.
So easy for them to just hand them a
phone. Go look at this shit.
iPad
go
to
look
them.
at this shit. Go get consumer. Go get indoctrinated. So when we're talking about the girl who goes and makes their fucking family money, dude, huzzah. I hope you're fucking happy. But to me, you're pimping out your kid, dude. There's so much more to life than fucking money. And again, it's easy for me to say that because I have money now and I could go to Starbucks and buy a fucking latte for $6 and not even think about it. But I'm telling you, man,
it's just a weird concept for me to think like if you have a daughter and your daughter's the breadwinner of your family, it's just like, what the fuck?
But yeah, man, I like you guys, dude. But you guys are in the business of peddling smut and you've made a lot of money and I applaud you guys. But man, it's a damn shame, dude. Because again, I'm like, you guys are Canadian.
I'm Canadian.
I'm American.
I won't hold that against you. By the way, Jordan Peterson, man, they're really fucking that guy, dude.
He's dope, yeah.
But they're really fucking him. They hear everybody lost that lawsuit.
Oh, for the when they didn't,
they're
they
making
took
him
away
go
his
to like
license.
social media, like court. Yeah, craziness.
That's crazy.
I won't hold that against you. But like, dude, I'm a fucking definition of a patriot. Like I'm such a patriot that I'm borderline fucking radical. Where like, I'm borderlining in the domestic terrorist situation.
I saw your tweet recently. You said if they try to lock down Vegas
dude,
again,
I'll be the first
let's go
one.
fucking
Let's
fight
go riot.
cops
Let's
with
go
riot
fight
gear
cops.
and shit.
But again, dude, with what?
Wait, is that a thing that's happening?
COVID's flaring up, and you just asking about it.
But what do you think about those kind of messages, though? Because like you're right about, I feel the same way about how we look at the Dana situation, how that shit's fucked up. But some of the stuff you say might be interpreted by other people like, yo, that's too far, or yo, he can't say that about just certain shit you said previously.
What otherwise? We gotta give me an example, man.
Well, probably like women or mostly lesbians. Like
women,
if lesbians watch your shit,
I think it was
like that interview you did with. I saw the one you recently did with Helen. I found it.
I fucking love Helen.
It's
Helen's
hilarious,
awesome, bro.
bro.
No, but like
chicks
in
might get
the or
pissed.
like
I
the,
even hit it. Smells like Smo. You gotta tell your chick to cover her titties up, dude. She's walking to the gym, bro, and she's like wearing these tiny shorts and like titties. Like you're in a fucking room filled with men.
that
Like,
was hilarious.
we want to see that shit walking around. Like it makes us fucking feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Or I saw the Nina one you did, and you're
Oh,
like, let me tell you your whole
you
shtick.
ever met Nina? Dude, Nina's
Yeah, I met her.
awesome,
I've
bro.
seen her a
Nina's
lot, yeah.
great, dude. It's funny because everyone thinks
It's
like
so
Nina's
funny,
this
though.
whore. And maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But I'm like, do you guys understand her boyfriend's with her 24/7, right? Like, if Nina wants to cheat, bro, she's gonna have to work her ass off because her boyfriend's with her 24/7.
Does he watch you do the interviews when you do them with her?
Yeah, no, he's videotaping. That's what
you
people don't
just keep it
understand.
no filter?
I mean, I don't give a like. But again, and this is the thing, you guys.
Sean's always.
I'm
no filter,
I'm also in the business of peddling smut. I'm just as much of an actor as Jake Paul. But my underlining message is don't be me. Don't be me. Don't act like me. Don't say the shit I say. Be a fucking man. Do the right fucking things. Don't be a Dylan. Don't be a Jake. Do the fucking right things.
So question, with the trash talk shit with Dylan, is there any UFC fighters that take it too far? Like what about like McGregor, some of the shit he said?
He said the towel thing, but like my thing is, that was more of a dig on a religion and more of like a culture. And I kind of respect that a little bit. Like I'm like, but
You like insulting like a religion?
No. So
Those battles are always way more fun to see, though.
you know what it is though? Like I've laid off Islam because I have a lot of Muslim friends. I have a lot of Muslim friends, and bro, and they take it like
Do you used to go in on them, or what?
I would go hard on Islam, dude. But again, rightly so, dude. Like there's a difference between American values and Islamic fucking
For
values.
sure.
Didn't you say that someone had a conversation with you that changed everything?
Yeah, a guy Albert Durov. So I would go hard on Islam, bro. I mean, I'd post pictures of Muhammad. Like I would go hard.
Well, I guess post 9/11, it was a lot more like it was different. I think, right?
I don't know.
Is that
man.
when it was?
Here's the thing, dude. I still like America's America, and I don't give a fuck about your country. Like, China does horrendous things. There's so many countries that do horrendous things. And I don't think Islam is compatible with equality and freedom. And so I don't insult them. I don't dig like I used to dig. But if you put a camera, if Albert was in front of me, I would tell you, I do not think Islam is compatible with
American values.
With American values.
It is totally different.
It is totally different.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to change your country. You could go do what the fuck you want to do. But when you indoctrinate women to wearing a burqa, and like, oh, it's their choice. When you indoctrinate women wearing a burqa, you can't leave your house without an escort. Like, this shit's fucking wrong. And it's your fucking country. I'm not changing you. But in America, bro, keep that shit out of here.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, dude, I really respect this because you don't fear any backlash, or you just say whatever you want. You don't give a fuck.
But I tend to what I say is true. Like, from my opinion.
And the only reason I say that, and not to cut you off, but Adesanya even said like the UFC's worried about putting you on the stage.
Yeah, Adesanya, a little fucking Chinese slut.
Yeah, right. But he says that you could be a threat to the brand, is what.
At the end of the day, man, like maybe I'm autistic and I have no fucking filter. But dude, it's hard for me. Like whenever fucking I get a thought, it just fucking comes out, dude. But this is why people like me. Because you have LeBron James, that little Chinese slut. Let's talk about Mr. LeBron. I mean, that guy has more money than fucking God himself. But that man is a fucking prostitute. Yeah. That man is a fucking whore.
To China?
Yeah, China, to anybody that wants to give him just like Izzy.
He's jerking off President Xi.
Bro, like, let me ask you something. 100%, dude. Yeah. You fucking he's, that man won't even say Winnie the Pooh exists. That's how deep he is in that fucking China. But let me ask you something, bro. How much would it cost for you right now,
Uh-huh.
dollar amount,
Okay.
for you to raise a flag and say, you know, look at the color of my skin, you know, blah, blah, blah. I am Chinese. How much would that cost you to do? Give me a dollar amount. Give me how much would that cost you?
Maybe 50 mil.
It'd have to be a lot. I'm sure
Yeah.
Izzy did it for probably 20K.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, bro, I say a lot of shit and I joke, but I mean, fuck, dude. China's fucking horrible. Look what they did with the lockdowns, bro. Look, China's a fucking horrible fucking place. They're putting Muslims in fucking concentration camps, locking people down. And money, again, I love money. But you would have to give me a big stack of money. I mean, it would have to that table better be fucking filled for me not to say that what you guys do is fucking wrong. But this is why people like me, because, you know, people that don't have a voice and they don't have a platform, all they see the LeBron Jameses, they see the fucking Izzies, any other superstar. They see him just put their head down and say, give me my fucking Nike deal. Give me that fucking Nike money. Oh.
China's fucking.
They're fucking listening, dude.
They're coming
Holy
for your
fuck.
ass.
But then you have me that
President
says,
Xi heard that.
But then you have me that says, no, fuck that. China's fucking wrong. There's only 2 fucking genders. You guys are trying to ruin our fucking kids. You guys are infiltrating our fucking school system. Corporations are out to fucking get us. The American government needs to be overthrown. You guys are robbing our fucking paycheck to pay fucking Boeing to go bomb fucking people that don't need to be bombed. This is fucked. And you guys, it's kept me from making a lot of money, but I'll still say it.
I think, yeah, that's what's scary about China is I guess the average person doesn't know. Do you think that they're literally just indoctrinating our society?
Yes,
and,
bro. Look at.
They must control our media, right?
Look at their TikTok. They have and I'm a libertarian, you guys. They have regulations on their TikTok because they understand how detrimental it is to their society to let filth be shot into the youth. But what they do is they load it on us. They recommend shit. They recommend, you know, you could fucking go right now and see you'd be a little kid looking at titties right now on the TikTok. They don't give a fuck, dude.
How do you convince someone that doesn't agree with gun control? Because I think the average person, obviously with all the mass shootings and stuff
America
that go on,
would be safer with no guns. If right now you could, I'm a big gun owner. If right now you could snap your fingers and remove every gun from America,
including illegal guns,
illegal,
yeah.
even illegal guns, illegal guns.
Leave illegal?
Yeah, whatever, leave them. It would probably be a safer place. Eventually they'd get filtered out. But being a man, our founding fathers, especially after coming from a tyrannical government, they looked at all these freedoms that we thought we should have. You know, no warrantless searches. They looked at guns. You have the right to protect yourself. We have a dangerous freedom. No one wants to live in a fucking cage. And I would take a dangerous freedom any day, man. Any fucking day. So it's I think the real thing is, dude, at the end of the day, to go full circle, we just got to make men again. And that's a hard fucking thing to do.
I heard, I see a lot too. That could be one reason. It could even be China, lobbying to do more gun laws, because I think that's one of the reasons why no one wants to ever invade the U.S. is because there's many citizens.
I don't believe in that.
With guns.
I don't believe in that, because I'll tell you what, we have nuclear weapons. What do you think Ukraine is? You think Ukraine is Ukraine's not a war between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine is a war between America and Russia. And the reason why you'll never see a boot on the ground in Russia, because there'll be a nuclear war. There will never ever be a World War III. Because the moment we put a boot on the ground of any country, it's all out war. So you have these small little China or Vietnam proxy wars, Afghanistan proxy wars. We're all trying to buy for pieces. And all it does, dude, it's like the broken window fallacy. All it does is it makes your dollar, it makes God, I'm going deep on this motherfucker, but you have to work for months to go pay for war that you don't even fucking want. We have lost all control of America, and it is run by fucking corporations. I mean, you look at Hunter Biden. You Biden supporter?
No.
I mean, nobody should be a Hunter Biden.
No.
It is factual. It is fucking factual.
I wouldn't mind partying with Hunter Biden maybe once or twice.
Yeah, but I don't like all the cocaine, right?
Hunter seems kind of dope.
But it is factual that Hunter Biden sold influence of our country to Ukraine. And guess what happened? Fucking a year later, we're sending $100 billion to Ukraine. Why is it? It's so ironic to me that you have Hunter Biden going to Ukraine on the board of oil companies. Now we just spent $100 billion. Like the shit that goes on in this country is means for a fucking revolution. And it will never happen because they have stripped the nutsack from men. We have no dignity. We have no purpose.
But there's still a lot of Americans that are, I feel like, patriots.
No, there are a lot of patriots.
Like if you go to
older guys, if you go to like the South and like stuff like that.
No, but I think like when the youth doesn't even know what's going on, bro.
I think they do. I think there's a lot, bro.
But they have erased American history. You are taught that it is bad to be American. You are taught that our founding fathers, you want to quote them, they're slave owners. You can't quote them. They're bad people. Tear down their fucking statue. Like, no, these men were brilliant.
I think it's like 50-50 though. I mean, pretty much what happened in the last election. Like,
but again, you gotta understand, we're at a cusp of a new generation.
Yeah.
Like we don't count as the 18-year-olds anymore. We don't count anymore. The new generation is fully indoctrinated to hate America. And it's
a lot of them.
Did it actually fire you up then when Adesanya said the TikTok dance on your grave thing?
No, I don't fucking even watch UFC, bro. I love UFC and I love training, but like I stay away from that. Adesanya, Izzy, the Chinese slut. Maybe he knocks me out, maybe he doesn't. But at the end of the day, dude, the whole world knows that you're a fucking piece of shit. And everything I'm talking about, you further the agenda of trash. And when you look in the mirror, you lack all dignity and self-respect. But, and this is the issue. Again, you're not an American, but you watch politics.
Yeah.
They are breeding a generation to hate America. Like, look at Disney. We have like great Disney movies. Like, you take Snow White. Now you have, even Disney is breeding people to hate. I don't want to say the white male because I think black people.
Give an example.
So you take this.
They took the prince out of Snow White, right?
Yeah, he's not going to kiss me. He's not going to save me. I'm my own woman. They are breeding everything that made America great. They are breeding out of people, and they are making people hate this country. And man, this country, we did a lot of wrong shit, but it was founded by fucking brilliant, great fucking men. And it's a damn shame that we're demonizing them. Because if we all look back and took inspiration, have you ever read the writings of our founding fathers?
The writings?
No. Yeah, writings. Like
I haven't read them, but I mean, I know some of the Constitution stuff. Yeah.
So there's one of my favorite generals. He's actually a Confederate general, but he was avidly against slavery. But he was a general for the Confederacy because he felt duty to his country or state. Stonewall Jackson, Thomas Jackson. And you hear these men write, you go look at love letters they send to their wives. And dude, they talk with such a higher level of learning, such a level of intellect that you read it and you're like, man, we're fucking dumb. But what they do is they make us look at these men who should be pillars of masculinity, who should be pillars of people we strive to be. And we say, nah, they're fucking trash. They didn't want women to work. They didn't want women to vote. Like, no, these men would have died for their wife and died for their country. So they're slowly just eroding everything that is the American male. And it's a damn shame.
I saw you say we should go back to when women couldn't vote or work.
So, I joke about that. But I also don't.
But they do say women, the reason they like corporations are like you say they wanted women to work was just to get them out of the household, right?
100%, man. Well, again, you could say 19, you could say after World War II, we really indoctrinated women to working. But look at the effect it's had. And, correlation isn't always affected causation isn't always affected to correlation. And that is factual. And there is that. But if you just go look at every metrics of wealth, of individual freedom, it is going down the moment women have become fully indoctrinated in the workforce. And I think women should work. But we're going to a place in America where we're going to look back and it's just going to be the dignity of men, of children is going to be absolutely ruined.
I think I saw it too. I don't know if it was like Ben Shapiro or Joe Rogan, but they said it's kind of true. Like women are actually getting shamed sometimes for like wanting to just be a stay-at-home mom and take care of their kids because they're like, you should have a career, but actually it's like a study that what makes a woman most happy is like having a child and like staying home and taking care of her child. Like that's what makes a woman truly happy. But they're shamed like, oh, you're a stay-at-home mom. Like you let your husband make all the money and like you don't have a career.
Because
and then
again,
they work and they get depressed.
I don't want to say conspiracy. It is a scheme from corporations to make people more mindless and consumer in line with the government. Women, if you would tell a woman as a young, hey, you know what? You know, you're a young woman. I want to get married to you and I want to go work a job and you're going to have a good life and you can raise a kid. They would probably love that, but that's not the case. You can't, what's the average? You probably don't even fucking know this. What is the average income for a family?
I don't know. I thought I saw something low, like 50 or something.
No, it's more than that.
No, 55,000.
Yeah. Really?
Something crazy. Yeah.
So you take the rent. Let's say, what is rent now? He's 2,500, you know, 25, California, even more. California, do you want to buy you're looking at 32, 3,500, just to rent. How the fuck are you supposed to raise a family and have a woman raise your kids on $55,000 and paying fucking rent? And this is where the conspiracy even goes worse. And I don't know the solution, but if you look at the pay from top down, let's just say top CEOs, workers, this is backed up. It's gone like this. The wage gaps are getting way, way worse. And man, it's a fucking shame, dude. And I don't know how we fix it. I don't know what we do. Maybe we got to go burn down some fucking corporations or maybe demand more. I think it's got to
go to shits before it gets fucking,
it's
a scary thing.
What about you? Do you have a girlfriend or you just date around?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, guys, when I don't have a girl in my life, I turn into a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all do.
Like, and I always struggle with this, and I tell her this time. There's times where I'm like, man, I want, like, you go on Instagram and you see all these big titty Instagram models like liking your shit, and it gets to your head a little bit. It gets to your head like, oh man, I kind of want that. And this is the problem being a man, but it's hard to say no. It's hard to say no. But I know what, if I were to break up with my girlfriend, she would leave me and I would go back to single and I'm start fucking all these top 10s models. There's a moment where like, I'm going to feel so shitty, not shitty about myself, but like so empty inside where like, I just become angry. You know, you go have sex with a top 10, whatever the fuck you want. Like, and I sit in my apartment alone. I'm just thinking, I'm just fucking pissed off. I'm angry. I'm just living for myself.
Why? Because it's just like empty?
I'm just living for yourself, man. You're just living to be a sin. I'm not religious, but you're living to indulge. You're not living for anything bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
The only thing you're living for is money. And as you get older, you start realizing, man, it's like, it's bad for the soul. And the more you live for it, the more depressed you are. And instead of looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to live for something bigger. You fucking double down. And then you're going to find yourself being 50, 60 years old, being a miserable, fucking depressed, drinking yourself to sleep every night.
You gotta meet the right girl though too, right? Like you can't just settle down with
how long have you been with your girlfriend?
Dude, going on like 2 years now.
That's a pretty long relationship.
But you know what? No good thing on my girl is she accepts me. And I'm a crazy motherfucker, you guys. Like, I don't beat women. I like to cuddle. I'm a soft guy.
What like
cuddles are dope.
What movie are you throwing on?
So what?
Like, what movie would you throw on?
I don't really watch movies, dude. But I'm not, like, it's hard for me to fucking.
You don't watch any TV?
Dude, she's into the cooking show. So, like, lately I'll, like, sit down and just zone out with her.
You've been baking cupcakes and shit.
Oh, dude, I watch Top Chef, bro. Barbecue Brawl.
Yeah, Master Chef's great too.
Yeah, Master Chef's
anything with Gordon
Ramsay's
Ramsay's fire.
Yeah, he's kind of but you know.
He's a big UFC guy.
Is he a big UFC guy? I mean, he's angry. He's just an angry guy. He seems like a nice guy, but sometimes he talks to people in a way where I'm like, if you talk to me like that, I'm probably gonna pull my gun and shoot you.
Yeah.
But
have you had an issue with that where someone's tried to press you in like at a bar in public and you? Like,
yeah, I don't really go out. Nothing good when we come. We want to talk about. You know, I got arrested when I was 19.
For what?
Just hit two guys at a party. You know, they deserved it, but you know, broke their faces. And next thing you know, I fucking fighting 2 felony charges in court. Nothing good happens when you go out, man. You ever been arrested?
Yeah.
What'd you get arrested for?
Well, we do a lot of pranks. I don't know if you've seen any of our prank shit.
No, but I heard it was good.
I did. What was the first time? The first one's too long. The second one was in Texas. We did. We got big off doing fake employee pranks.
Okay.
So we'll go into and like put on the vest,
Yeah.
and then like fuck with the customers and the employees. So we did fake mall cop,
Oh shit.
like with the Paul Blart shit.
Yeah.
But it's illegal to impersonate
Yeah.
a security guard in the state of Texas.
Okay, so you haven't
Specifically
like, but I'm saying
Texas.
you haven't been like you've
No,
been like
I've
a
never-
day. You've
no.
been a day. You had a lawyer.
Yeah.
But dude, let me tell you guys, nothing good happens when you go out and party and you get. I mean, again, you guys.
Nothing
are
good
seeing-
happens after midnight. That's what I was.
Yeah, you're gonna go get fucked up. You're gonna go put your dick in something you're gonna regret doing. Like nothing good happens, man. And we raise kids. We raise kids on the Instagram world where it says, "Hey, you want to go get fucked up? You want to go You want to go have a hangover night? Go watch the movie Hangover." That's the epitome of a good time.
When did you stop that lifestyle though?
I never did it.
You never did it at all.
I mean, I'm in a different ballpark than you guys. That's fucking nuts, you guys. I mean, I would like, I would be like 16, 17 years old going for a jog at midnight through a bad area, just hoping I could somebody, you know?
We definitely grew up a little different.
No, I mean, my parents, like, shout out to them. I don't know. I was very lucky. They're dope ass parents. They always supported me and shit. Supported me with what I wanted to do. So yeah.
What do your parents do for a living?
My dad he was like between jobs. He just like he works at like Walmart head office. Just does like, I don't know. What
So
the
he's
fuck
like
he
a blue
does.
collar guy.
Yeah.
Mom?
I was just like, my mom did like customer service for like a company.
No, so he's more blue collar than this soft motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't rich or poor. Just like my area is like 25 minutes outside Toronto. Just like,
Why is that?
So
Why is it such a
fucking-
bad thing though? If we come from different backgrounds like that.
You know, because you are the modern day male, sir. I look at you.
But why should like me or him be punished for something like that?
No, I don't punish you. I think he's more morally in line with me than you're morally in line
Sure.
with me. But sir, you are the modern day fucking doughboy cupcake man, my friend. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're a nice guy. I'm not saying this to insult you.
No,
but
you're
somebody
good.
could fuck your wife in front of you and you'd probably let him fucking do it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That would not going down like that ever.
You doing let me take off my $20,000 watch.
I think Steiny
We
would
take
throw
off the
hands.
$20,000. No, that's when I pull out the fucking.
No,
Glock
dude,
40
you
with
guys
the
are a nice
switch.
guy, man. But like, there is one thing though, like dealing with this. I gotta call you guys civilians. Dealing with people who don't fantasize about murder. Sometimes it's like I look at I look at you guys and I'm like, oh man, like man, you guys are some soft motherfuckers, you know? Like
I think everybody has in a sick way of fantasy like
You
that.
fantasize about murder for
sure.
sure.
Of course. Bro.
everybody does. I was on Joe Rogan's podcast and he goes, Sean, Joe Rogan, really nice guy. I like Joe Rogan. I've never thought about killing somebody. I would like to go my entire life without killing. You're a fucking liar, you motherfucker. I've seen your fucking gun collection. You know, you fucking sit there. Oh, who's scissoring who?
How often do you think about like murder?
Oh, 24/7.
But
Like
do you
right
have
now?
somebody? But the thing about it is, do you have someone specific?
Let me tell you, dude, when you get raised in the level of violence that I got raised in,
Mhm.
your brain can't shut it off. Like even you, bro. I look at you and there's an urge in me to like do a horrible act to you. I'm not gonna do
Really?
it because I
Just
can't
me
help it.
specifically, or you feel some
Just
type of
you,
way?
bro. I look at
Oh.
you and I like, again, you're a nice guy, bro. And this is my own.
I just want to let you know I don't have that same urge towards you, bro. Like I'd love to get a beer with you or something like that. I have
no,
desire to-
I can't
I have no
turn
desire
it,
to
bro.
hurt
I
you.
can't turn off. Like
What
I
can I
have
do
an
to
urge, like
change
a
that?
small urge, like we talk about it. I could just fucking like the corner of that desk. I keep looking at it. And I could just fucking picture just slamming a temple on it. But you know, these are my own demons that I struggle with because I grew up in such a violent household
Yeah,
that
I saw that you told a story on Rogan that someone put a shotgun to your head.
I was out of some party. I mean, I was younger, dumb, but you know, he didn't try to kill me. I mean, he didn't want to kill me. If he would have killed me, I'd have been dead.
What was that moment like? Was
It's
there like a
fun.
pause for you where you're like,
Well,
"Holy shit."
I was like 19, 20. So like, I didn't really value my life at the time. I was
You grew up
poor.
in OC though, right?
Inland Empire. That
Okay.
happened in Lake Elsinore. But yeah, man, dude, like when I look at you guys and a lot of people and I look at you guys and I'm just like, man, you guys are just like, you soft motherfuckers, dude. And there's nothing wrong with that, dude. I envy you. If I had a kid, I want to be raised up soft and like you guys.
What's
but-
like 3 steps that we could do to become like harder, more like
do you guys train at all?
work out?
Do you spar?
I'll spar though. I'll try it.
So, I mean, you take Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, another great man. I mean, they used to encourage boxing. Teddy Roosevelt was an avid like I'm saying, a lot of the great men in their past, they valued strong masculinity. Andrew Jackson, I did some fucked up things, but I love Andrew Jackson. He dueled a man because he implied his wife was a whore. Implied, said, "Hey, I think your wife might be a whore. Let's go fight to the death." You know what I'm saying? So Great, man. So there's just little things you
So
can
what
do.
else?
Sparring, it'll be a little bit more violent.
But let me ask you something. Would you expect people that do it like in this
Start
industry?
thinking of murder more.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more,
Okay.
dude.
But you
What's
kinda-
one more thing?
Yeah, you give us one more.
I'm not gonna jerk you guys off here. You know, I'm gonna save that for your buddy. But just carry yourself.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for instance, like again, this doesn't matter, but the way you dress like a 12-year-old, skinny jeans, like, you know, it's like you don't like you dress like a little kid.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you dress like a little kid, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But you could rock the blue collar like sauce. Like, you think we could rock that? I don't think I could pull that off, like the boots and shit.
Well, I mean,
like you can rock it though.
But again, these are all just it's guys. You guys have the greatest gig. You make a lot of money. You fuck all the whores. You go to all the pool parties. Like, you guys have a great gig. But if you were my son, which, you know, I would be probably stoked because I'd be fucking loaded and pimp you guys out. But I would look at you and be like, oh man, I raised a couple of beta males who wear fucking Nike socks, basketball shorts, and a $40,000 watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. And because again, my dad's a piece of shit, guy's in hell. But it'd be nice. I'm sure, but I don't know how masculine your dad is, but imagine if you guys were a little bit more masculine. A little bit more, you know, it'd be nice.
Sure. I think though, your expectation with people like in this industry, I don't think, you know what you're getting, bro.
Yeah, you guys, I said smart peddlers.
Yeah.
And again, I applaud you, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
You guys kick ass. But what I would say is just start carrying yourself in a different way. For instance, like when someone insults you, there should be not like gang culture, not white trash culture. Like, I'm going to go stab you in the parking lot. But if somebody, like, for instance, if right now, again, my girlfriend's amazing. If you were to insult my girlfriend, I would get up and I'd cave your fucking, and I'm just saying, I would have to as a man. If you were to insult my girlfriend, I would get up and I would have to as a man try to take your life. So there's this little things you do. You demand respect. And just you see the way I'm talking to you? I'm talking this way because I don't respect you. But how can I respect you? It's not because you're small. I don't respect you because look at what you're fucking wearing. Look at your job. I don't respect you because you don't live in a way that fucking demands respect. If say, you know, Marab, he's a MMA fighter. Even though I would fuck Marab up, but he lives in a way that demands respect. So what I would tell you guys is just live in a way as pranksters, which again, you know, you start off kind of hard, just live in a way that demands respect. And when somebody doesn't give you that respect, accept the fact that you might get a couple of assault charges, spend $5,000, but you'll get out of it.
So besides you, if it's not like you, if someone talked like this to us, we got to fuck them up. But you're teaching us, so we don't got to
yeah, exactly. So like, it's just
after this situation, then next time we'll like step up.
Yeah, I mean, but it's kind of hard because with me, you know what you're getting into. You know I'm going to insult you guys and make fun of you guys. But like, I'm not saying to go become violent, dude, but fucking demand respect. If I'm out in the world and a fan comes up to me, and again, all my fans are amazing, you guys, I've never had a bad reaction. And you insult me, I will get an assault charge. I will go to jail. I will fucking cave your face in. Like, and it's a damn shame because there was a moment in history where you implied a man's wife was a whore and he had a right to kill you.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Sean, I think that you, despite what you're saying, you do have some sort of respect for us.
I respect what you guys have done. I respect
the first thing you said was having Trump on too, right?
Yeah, I respect for what you guys have done. You guys are all solid guys. But as far as like your presence of a man,
okay,
it doesn't command respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you had a kid, I'm telling you, would you had a kid and your son walks in the room, would you, I'm not saying you guys are amazing and I hope he makes some money, but would you want your kid to be a little bit more of like, oh shit, you know, little Billy walked in the room, people respect him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you know, it's hard, man. We make a world where like, we don't give people respect because respect's not a virtue anymore. When being a man of your word doesn't matter. There was there was virtuous men where when you walked in with what you said mattered. Now we live in a world where like push the envelope, get the likes, get the attention.
Though. I feel like if being a man of your word is the most important thing, a trait you could have, if that's what you're saying. Like if someone gives me their word that they're going to be somewhere and they don't show up, I have zero respect for you.
100%. You see, you have your level, but it's also just, it's an overall arcing message of just being a fucking man. And you know what a fucking man is. You know, every time you've done something fucking stupid, every time you're at a pool party and you do something stupid to get some fucking, and you have to look yourself in the mirror, and even after you fuck that perfect 10, maybe with your friend, and you look in the mirror the next day and you say, man, like I compromised me as a man. I compromised my fucking dignity just to get that. You got to look yourself in the mirror, and it chips away. It chips away a little bit at you. And we've all fucking done it.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
I'm also like, you know, take somebody like Andrew Tate.
You fuck with Tate?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you.
You don't like, so but you seem to share a lot of similar values with him.
We share a lot of values, but Andrew Tate, here's the thing about Andrew Tate, man, is, and as young men, I could see why you guys look up to him, because you are moralist men. You have no values. You have no positive male role models. So you latch onto a piece of shit like Tate, who has money, who has women. You say, no, I want to be like Tate. All my problems in the world, they're because women are fucking me. They're because this is fucking me. No, that's not it. So Andrew Tate is a con artist. Did you ever watch that interview?
Go to the first one.
You ever watch that interview where
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
You ever watch that interview where he goes on in detail about how he pretended to be a cam girl and used to rob people's savings?
That was probably on ours.
Yeah, I think that might have been on
Maybe.
yours. Yeah,
He
these
was
fucking
saying that
guys.
he had the girls do the webcams, and then he was taking 100% of the earnings.
And no. He also said,
100%?
Or
he also said that he would go on there and pretend to be men and have them send them $100K.
No, he'd go on there and pretend to be the girl.
Yeah, pretend to be a girl and have them send. So this guy who is a utter con artist, and he shows no remorse.
That's what every OnlyFans
Don't you
girl's
think
doing
every
right now, though,
OnlyFans
too.
has some assistant guy that's
You know
messaging these
OnlyFans,
girls?
obviously.
Yeah, I know. Every girl I know on OnlyFans, you guys, they don't even run their OnlyFans.
So it's the same
Right.
shit.
Just so you know, all the top earners of OnlyFans, when you're on there talking to them, you're not talking to them, you're talking to a male assistant.
Yeah.
But to see the way he talked with no remorse, it wasn't, you know what, man? I did something so morally wrong. I took advantage of men. I took money from men. It was like, nah, fuck them. I'm a con artist. I'm a piece of shit. So Andrew Tate, you guys, if you want to look up to a guy like Jordan Peterson. He understands masculinity, honesty, how to be a fucking man. But I'm telling you, Andrew Tate, he's not your messiah. He would turn you out for $1. He's a fucking pimp. He's a whore.
Do you think anything he does
I think
preach
there's good and
is
bad
positive?
in everyone.
But he's good and bad, but he's a con artist. What I'm saying is, like, for instance,
Practice what you preach.
practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate found a con and he's running with it and he's making a lot of fucking money. And don't be like him. Don't want to drive a fucking Bugatti and don't Andrew Tate, you guys. There's so many better male role models to have, and he is the definition of trash. All right, let's see. Let's
I want to see the first one, bro, about the two types of fat people.
Let's talk about.
I'll just read it for you. Real
I
quick.
got you, bro. Let's talk about all the crazy shit I've said.
This one, you said, I've realized there are two kinds of fat people. One I hate, the other I like. I'm fat and beautiful. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. And the other one is, I'm so fat, I don't even like to play with myself because no one wants to fuck a fat person.
Because, well, let me tell you why. There is a sense of like lying that we have that we're being fed.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I meet a fat person who's like, listen, dude, I love to fucking eat. I'm fucking fat. Like, I don't even want to fucking jerk off. I can't even see my dick. I got to lift up my roll. I love those people because they're admitting they have a problem.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, and then I'll be the first one to say, hey, man, well, why don't you come to the gym? Why don't we train? You want some eat less, burn more. But then what you have corporations in line with government making everybody PC, saying, hey, fat person, you fucking pig. I love how much McDonald's you buy. I love all this shit. Go buy more McDonald's. You're not fucking fat. Go have a heart attack and get a heart trans. Hey, fuck it. We'll pay for it and pass a new spending bill. So what I'm saying is the reality of the situation. If you are fat, you have a problem. You have a mental disorder. You are unhealthy. You are not fat. You are not beautiful. You are not a beacon of something to look up to. You have an issue and you need to seek help immediately. And by us putting them on a pedestal, all we are doing is furthering and shortening their life and propagating this lifestyle.
I actually agree with that because it's like a plus model. How did that even become a thing?
Why did it become a thing, sir? Because what have we been talking about since the entire time? We want consumers to shut the fuck up and buy shit.
But you're promoting being unhealthy, and it's like, dude,
there's probably a lot of fat people too, so it's probably a smart advertising tactic too.
If I own a business in this woke world, and I could say, hey, listen, I don't really want to make clothes for fat people because it's bad for them, or I could say, hey, transgenders and fucking fatties, come buy my shit, you guys. We fucking love you.
Lizzo, king of the fat chicks. She got fucked recently, didn't she?
The big girl energy was a thing, I guess.
Wasn't she like touching
no,
employees and shit?
What was she
you hear about that?
I mean, what's surprising, bro?
She was asking him to do something that just was not cool. I can't remember what it was. What was it?
What was she asking to do?
I think it was something like she was making them like eat bananas that were like that were like inside processors in Amsterdam.
Was she making guys or girls do this?
Girls.
Girl dancers.
Oh man, that's rough. If it was a guy, I'd say fuck him, dude. If you're a guy, I don't really have that much. If you're a guy, I have less sympathy for men because you should be better.
You ever sat next to a guy on a plane that had to do the double seatbelt?
Oh, I fucking hate it.
It'll change your entire.
Every time there's a fat person, I even start tweeting about it. I don't even hide it. I show them so I can show how much I hate sitting by you fat fuck.
Do you ever have these in-person confrontations, or do you try and?
No, I have no issue telling you you're fat and disgusting. But again, I'm not a cruel man. I'm not a cruel man. If you're fat and disgusting, I'll be the first one to come to the gym. I'll fucking spar you.
Yeah.
Any other highlights you'd like to?
Yeah, I want to talk about how like you brought people off the fucking street that talk shit to you and you just spar them right on the spot.
Well,
there's that famous video, obviously, that like probably everyone's seen.
No, that actually was a really cool guy, man. And I even hooked him up on a couple months of his gym membership.
How did that even start?
I was just walking and he showed up.
Like
and he told me
where?
he was I was just walking by my house. He was like an Uber driver. And he showed up and he really nice fucking guy. And you can tell this guy's fucked up. Like you can tell that he's probably doing a lot.
He thinks of murder and shit.
Well, not only that, bro. I mean, he's an Uber driver. He's older, covered in tattoos. You can tell this man probably has a lot of personal problems. His life's probably not where he wants it. And, I invited him to the gym and, I sparred him and he came out of the car doing like karate. So after that, I told him aside, I was like, bro, a lot of reasons why we train is because we're all fucked up and you have a brotherhood here. Like, I mean, you guys don't know what PTSD is, but it's fucking real. Like,
yeah.
Like it's funny. I used to always say like veterans were kind of pussies. I was like, PTSD, like, give me a fucking gun. I'll fucking plug a kid right now. I'll show you like, what's wrong with you guys? But then I realized it's because I have a lot of fucking PTSD and I grew up with it. So when I see certain people struggling, vets, even if you weren't a vet, and I start understanding now that, oh, fuck, man, I grew up with this and I found fighting and I learned how to cope with it. But you guys are just trying to make it through with these fucked up thoughts and you're medicating yourself. And so I invite these people, vets, anybody else, like there is a brotherhood in the gym and a lot of us suffered sexual violence. A lot of us has suffered this. So when you come to this brotherhood, it's a place of like-minded people that want to be better. And so when I invited after we sparred and I talked to him, I was like, bro, this would be very good for you mentally if you joined.
I thought that was heated because you were like talking shit to him during the fucking, like when you guys were sparring.
Well, was it extreme?
I think so. You're like, is this what you wanted, motherfucker, and shit? And
oh, no, you're talking about a boxer.
A
boxer, pretty much a boxer issued a challenge. It said nobody could stay with me.
That guy, that's what I was talking about.
He was an arrogant fuck. And I sent him a message saying, hey, no, I'm joking. Like, or I showed up and he didn't have a mouthpiece. I'm like, hey, we don't even do this, bro. Like, I don't want to hit you. Like, he's a professional boxer, high level boxer.
Oh.
And he's like, don't worry, you ain't gonna hit me. I don't need to spar with a mouthpiece. And I was like, all right, well, you arrogant fucker, you're gonna find out, you motherfucker.
And you hit him?
Oh, I'd kill that fucking man.
Didn't you spar with Francis?
Yeah, I love Francis. He's a solid guy. Me and Francis have wars.
How long ago did you guys spar?
Oh, anytime he was in the gym, I'm trying to fight because he scares the fuck out of me. Because there's a little kid in me who has been abused, and I look at Francis, this big fucking scary African, and he scares me. And so I feel compelled to fight this man. And if he knocks me out, well, guess what? He knocked me out.
Who's your favorite musical artist?
Oh, fuck, man. Off the top of the head, dude, it's hard, dude.
Okay, give me just someone you really like.
Oh, fuck, dude. Off the top of my head, man. I mean,
okay, well, if he was like, yo, can I tap my band's name on you? Would you let him do it?
No, fuck. I'm a fucking grown. If somebody even implied that to me, I might fucking smack them.
Okay.
I don't hero worship people. And the people I look up to, they're not artists. They're not musicians. They are fucking great men. The people I look up to are great men. They've done great things. They live great lives. There are great men. We are not them. Jordan Peterson is a great man. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's so many great men of the past that we don't even acknowledge.
Are there any other guys like Jordan? Like, do you like David Goggins?
I kind of have like I think David Goggins is a little bit too like, he kind of sucks himself off a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like, and I've heard a lot of things like, I don't want to name names or anything, but I've like in the SEAL community who have like kind of said that he was just a glorified PT. Like when guys were doing hard shit, he was running miles. So it's like nothing wrong with him. I wish him the best, but I think he's more of like, he's just more of a character.
The other tweets are just, we could go through them. I don't know if you
do you have any good ones, man? Make me feel bad about myself. Let me look in the mirror later and hate myself for this.
Well, the problem is some of them we probably can't could go too deep into. It would just be a waste. Let me see if there's any here. I mean, one of my favorite clips ever is on when you're having the interview about the lady that's trying to teach you how to speak Japanese.
Oh yeah, hell.
And you're talking about the how can I tell my kid to make my shirt faster or whatever?
Oh shit,
it's so absurd, bro. But
I mean, again, everything we're wearing was probably made by children that are underpaid. But at the end of the day, you guys keep buying those fucking shirts. Those $100, $150. How much Nike? How much do I have a pair of Nike? I don't wear Nikes.
These are like fucking $90.
I had these boots were fucking expensive. These are like $220, but I'll wear them for the next fucking 10 years or until they break. They usually last about 5 years.
You had a funny one about how you can't stand liberal women.
Oh God, liberals are dude.
Liberal women specifically.
Have you ever met a woman?
Like you're talking about like a Karen?
No, that's what I'm talking about. Anytime you meet a woman who is a liberal and you meet their husband, the soul of their husband is diminished. Anytime you meet a woman who is a raging liberal, generally what happens is the woman has all the power and they're fucking angry. And the man they're with is just going through life waiting to die. Generally, when I meet liberal women, I meet their husbands. I'm like, oh man, your life is miserable. You're just waiting to die. Huzzah, have a beer. I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry the was that good, bro. I'm sorry. Generally, let me tell you, young men, you will be way better off and way happier with a more conservative woman.
I agree.
She might not want you to, fuck her in the ass and give her a facial afterwards.
I don't know.
But maybe he don't know. But generally she will support you. She will support your masculinity. She will support your success, and you'll be happier with a conservative woman.
Yeah, with us when we meet chicks, because we've had Trump on the pod twice and we've like done a lot of shit with him, so girls either fuck with us or don't.
Just because you support, like,
it turns a lot of chicks off.
The new age Republican isn't conservative.
No, I'm saying liberal chicks though.
Oh yeah.
Like some girls when they find out, like they're like, oh, like I was hanging with this girl once and she's like, all of my friends are like, oh, you're hanging with those Trump supporters.
Oh yeah, dude. The moment I post anything on Trump, I lose like 1,000 followers right when I post.
Really?
Oh, 100%. I don't give a fuck. But I don't mean conservative. Just because you say like I support Trump's not a conservative.
He's all over the place. Yeah.
Trump is he's a liberal guy. I mean conservative. I mean values.
Oh, okay. Conservative values.
Values, yes. I don't mean just because you vote for Trump when you wear a fucking hat.
I thought you meant conservative like politically.
Yeah. Meet a woman who walks the walk, talks the talk. She will support your masculinity. She'll support your cause. It'll be good for you. But yeah, man, I say a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, we could go through a bunch.
Give me a good one, you guys.
Every time a man says tummy, his testosterone drops, and you say tummy all the time. Yeah. You're like, my tummy hurts.
Well, he's gay, bro.
Yeah,
he's like a chick. He fucks dudes.
COVID, we could go down a rabbit hole.
You can't talk about that, bro. We're gonna get deplatformed.
Yeah,
bro. I say a lot of crazy shit though. But everything I say, you guys, again, I am a comedian. But this is what I'm telling you guys. I am not.
You've been going super, like, speaking of TikTok, I know you hate it, like, but it's
I know people are making money off my
you've
TikTok.
been going
Fuck you guys.
crazy on TikTok
Yeah,
recently.
I know. I got to make a TikTok, start making some of that fucking Chinese money.
You should just post a fucking rant of the day on TikTok or some shit.
But you know what?
Or Instagram, everything.
Look at this fucking guy. He has he commands a little respect. Even I know he's a little bigger than you. How tall are you? 6'3". 6'3". I mean, he's 6'3", but even if he was a little smaller and he still kind of works out, the man commands a little bit of respect. Like, do you dress like that? Is that your uniform, or is it just like?
That's how I dress.
You don't dress like that all the time, Chris.
I mean, he might.
On security. Yeah, when you're working.
He's pretty plain like that.
But that's what I'm saying. But again,
Chris loves some Nike ball shorts. Don't lie, Chris.
But again, you know, I mean, you're a little ethnic, bro. You gotta have a little bit of ethnic in you. But like you walk in a room, bro, and there's a little bit of, I will beat the fuck out of this man. But there's respect. I respect you. I don't even want to find out because I respect you. And that's what I'm talking about. Even if you guys, like, if you just carried yourself a little, but again, it might take some, you know.
Well, we got to spar then.
I'll get you guys. We'll get you guys hooked up. We'll get some boots and jeans.
I just want to ask you, do you kind of give like Dana and the UFC praise him a little bit for being like having this league and giving you the ability to just speak freely?
Let me tell you about the UFC.
Because if you were an NBA player, you'd have
you'd
have $3.5 million in fines.
Any other league.
Let me tell you about the UFC, you guys. I think they need to pay us more money. You know, I'm making more money than I should have made. But the UFC is the last beacon. The UFC is American. The UFC is more American than football. The UFC is fucking more American than fucking apple pie. Yeah, the UFC, man, it does not get praised enough for how much they foster freedom and thought. And the UFC says you don't need to toe the line. Be yourself. Be yourself. You don't need to toe the line, man. And the UFC, bro, I don't think the American people appreciate that the UFC is the last beacon for someone. And again, this is why people like me, because there's a camera in front of my face. And I'm just, the conversation I'm having in front of the camera. I'm not LeBron James. I'm not fucking Izzy. I'm not trying to suck somebody off for a fucking Nike deal. Fuck Nike, dude. Like, Nike's a fucking shit company. I remember when, I know you got a lot of Nike. You affiliated with Nike?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I remember when,
what else? Adidas?
Yeah, I mean,
Adidas is kind of gay.
I just go Walmart, bro. I buy whatever's cheap.
Yeah.
These fucking Walmart jeans, Walmart shirt, Boot Barn boots, but they last for a long time. A Walmart belt. But, so I remember Nike, bro. Nike, another fucking shield. I got a lot of heat for this tweet. There was a girl who, I think she had a fencer. She was a fencer, I think, something like that. Anyway, she wore a hijab, that's what they call them, a burqa, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And Nike went balls deep. Nike's like, we're going to make a whole line of hijabs. Cover up your woman. Let's go. Anyways, I tweeted like, hey, Nike, fuck you guys. Like, you shouldn't support this. You know, I know it's a religion you're trying to pander to, and I know you're a company you're trying to make money for, but you should support women not being raised in oppressive religions. You should support women's having freedom. You should support women not having to wear a hijab. Everyone's like, fuck you, Sean, you're Islamophobic. Like, you're a piece of shit. She wants to wear a hijab. And the moment she won, what did she do? She defected to America. And I was like, fuck you, Nike, and fuck you guys. The moment she won, she defected to America. And this is why these corporations, man, they'll fucking sell their soul. They don't give a fuck about you, America, or freedom. But again, look at UFC.
Yeah.
You know, they went a little bit hard on the Pride Month, but
did they?
They went a little hard on the shirts. I told them I didn't want to wear that shit. But I mean, I support the gays, man. I like fucking, you know, who doesn't like some lesbian porn, right? But
do you think that changes if Dana ever leaves?
Oh, 100%. At some point,
that's gonna be a scary time.
At some point, the UFC has become another corporate shield like the NBA.
I don't think the UFC exists without Dana, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll exist, but it'll just change a bit, because just from knowing him personally, I just think that he's,
bro, you know, like when
he's that shield in between like the liberal BS, and he's just always like, no. You
know what I was surprised and get me canceled, and even as I was taking the video, dude, I was even like, I shouldn't say this, but it was the that young girl that died, really pretty girl, and she left a note to Dana. It was a diary that pretty much said, Dana, like, one day you'll know my name.
I never saw that.
Oh, it was great, dude. Like,
wow.
Dana, and this is like something I applaud Dana for. But one day she was like, and this is like one thing where I was like, oh, fuck, this is going to get me canceled. But I have no filter, so I got to bring it up. I got to talk about it. This girl died in a car accident, but she was like an okay fighter. She was like an oh-so-so fighter. She was, whatever. Probably would have never been signed to UFC, but she's kind of hot, so maybe she could have got signed that way. But she wrote in a diary that Dana White will know my name. And Dana White read it or got past him. And Dana White's like, man, I know your name, posted a picture of her. Like, it was actually like a pretty beautiful moment. But me, who just talks about hypocrisy, I can't help myself. I see stupidity in the world and I can't help myself. A week after or before, around that time, a Brazilian fighter died. And I was like, in the moment he got hit by a bus in Brazil, and the moment I heard about it, the first thing I said was fucking, can't dodge a bus, can't dodge a punch. I've been hit by a bus. It's okay. Join the club. But I'm an asshole and I'm a comedian. I say a lot of fucked up things. But people don't realize the reason why I said that and brought that up, because I wanted to show the hypocrisy of the world. This was a cute, young American white woman who died, who was an okay fighter, so-so. But you have this Brazilian who died, who probably left a family, who left a wife, who left somebody. And because they weren't clickbait, they weren't pretty, they didn't have a picture laying on the bed with their ass showing, they were not in the news. You had to go deep to find it. And this is like the world we live in, man, where we just have like, what is going to get me the most views? What is going to get me the most likes? Yeah, and we all sell our souls, and we all have to look ourselves in the mirror and be piece of shits, and we whore ourselves out for likes.
So you're saying that was an example where you kind of gave into that?
No, I think Dana was an amazing guy. I think Dana has stepped up.
I think that's an example where you gave into that.
Well, no, I think it's an example of one, why I was using that, because that was a line crosser. What I said, dude, that crossed a lot of lines. And the UFC was like, we're going to let this one slide. Even though what I'm saying is factual. Is what I'm saying wrong? And you had all these fighters, these fucking Joaquin Buckleys of the world. Oh, look, this girl's trending. I'm going to go post a picture of her and get likes. And I'm like, you guys are all a bunch of fucking sellout fucking. Look at you fucking losers, you backbone little fucking whores. And then you have this guy die who's, not American, not attractive. No one gives a fuck about him. And it's hard, dude. I can't take my glasses off. Like, I don't know how you guys all do it, but like, I can't take my fucking glasses off. Every time I see these posts, every time I see these marketing campaigns, I can't take them off. Like, I want to take them off and I want to be like you guys. And I want to be like, yeah, pretty white girl, clap with the seal. But I can't take them off because there's so much hypocrisy. Well, it's hard for me.
It's working for you, bro.
And I don't. This is not a assault on Dana. I think what Dana did was awesome. This is an insult on the other people who followed suit and clap like a seal.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do. I can't turn it off. When I see what you guys wear, when you walk outside and you see Mercedes, I can't turn it off because I see like the intelligence of America eroding. Yeah. It's very difficult.
I feel you.
Yeah, man.
Let's finish it off. Talk about the fight a little bit.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm a fighter, huh?
Sometimes
this
pod is fucking unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking, this is
seriously,
fucking
really
sick.
enjoyed this.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget I'm a fighter, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna go fight for the title, right?
You're dope, man. Are you excited for this fight? Like,
yeah, it's a hard fight, man. I mean, here's the thing: Izzy sucks as a person, but he's an amazing fighter. And with Izzy's height, it's not an easy fight. And what I mean by that, if Izzy was 6'1", I starch Izzy all day long, I walk through him. But whenever you take someone that tall, that long, there's a lot of shit you got to get through to get to him. The only way through this fight is I'm going to have to give a little bit to the gods. I'm going to have to pull a Gelvin Gaston. I'm going to have to shorten my life a little bit. And I'm going to have to give a little bit to the gods, and I'm ready for that.
I saw you said he should have his black card revoked.
Oh, of course, dude.
Why do you think?
He's Chinese. He's fucking Chinese. I mean, we got a black guy in here. What's your name, boss? Can I ask you a question? Evan. Were you black? I mean, you're a black guy, obviously. Where are you from? All right, Evan. Let me ask you something. China comes to you right now. They say, hey, we're going to put you on all over the world. And I want you to say this. My name's Evan. Look at the color of my skin. You might think that I'm American or African, but I am Chinese. All over the world, your boys now everybody knows. What's your price?
There's a price.
You gotta say there's a flag. You gotta go full in. You gotta start speaking Chinese. You gotta go full in, bro. Limit to a point to your boys are never gonna let you live it down.
He said that though.
Oh yeah, there's a clip of him saying, "Look at me, the color of my skin. I am Chinese." Like, yeah,
Was he joking?
No, he's the Chinese. And then
You think he just did that for a small bag?
So late, yeah, for a small, 100%. So later on, somebody called him out on it. He's like, "I did it for fucking money," and that's why, like, Izzy's not the Chinese champ. Izzy's the Chinese whore. Izzy's the Chinese slut. So what I'm saying, how much money for you to be that Chinese slut? I would do it. I would do it.
What would you do it for?
Oh fuck, man! It would be like
You wouldn't do it, Sean.
It'd be like
No,
it would
there's a
be.
price for
I don't. It
everything.
would be hard, bro. It would. Let me say, it would be a dollar amount they would never offer me. It'd be
You fucking hate China.
But that's what I'm saying. It would be it would be like in a dollar. I don't even know, bro. It would like, maybe if you stacked up like 10 million on that table and I'm looking at it, I might consider it. But it would be for a lot of fucking money, and even then I might not. But what's your dollar amount?
Probably like 40, 50 mil. I'll be Chinese.
Everybody has a dollar amount. But I'm
Easily,
saying,
bro.
But Izzy's just a fucking whore, bro. Like, he's just like.
You'd never forgive yourself, though, if you did it.
That's what I'm saying. Every day.
I'd manage a sweatshop for 50 mil.
It would have to be such an amount of money where when I look in the mirror and I see that, like, I'm a whore, that I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So anyways, it's always nice when you ask a black guy, because when you anytime you ask a white guy about Black Matters, I carry no weight.
Yeah.
But this guy's gonna go to the barber shop, bro, and every day your boys are like, "Hey, what's up, China man?" And you know they would too.
They gonna be asking me to pay for their haircut.
You know they would.
So what you're saying is Izzy trying to what was he saying? Is he trying to get you to tone it down, or the UFC is trying to get you to tone it down?
He said his words were basically like, he really pushed for this fight. The UFC didn't want you because you're not as brand friendly. Stuff along
Wouldn't
that
surprise
basis.
me. Yeah, of course, man. All the shit
But
I
I will
say, it was
say,
hard for me to get to Australia.
I will say.
Why?
My criminal record.
But he showed you a lot of praise. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be
So
tough.
again, you guys, this fight. You see all my other fights, I don't get hit. That's not this fight. I'm getting fucked up this fight. I'm gonna be leaving this fight bloodied, broken nose, fucking black eye, maybe some broken bones. Like, this isn't the fight where I could go. Most top 10 guys, I could stick, I could jab, I can move. Izzy's not the fight. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Like, at this point in your career, you're such a legend. You're fighting for the fucking belt again, too.
Yeah, no, it's
fucking sick.
Let me tell you guys, if you were to go like tell the young kid me that I'd be here, I'd like, what? Like, yeah, it's to a point where I wake up some days and I'm like, man, I guess I'm fighting for a UFC world title. Like, what the fuck?
That's fucked, bro.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Well,
But yeah, it's a trip, dude. It's a fucking trip. But as far as Izzy, he's a world class. He's one of the best fighters in the world.
For sure.
But he has lived a life that you should not emulate. You should not look up to. You should not want to be. He is not a hero. He is not a great man. He's a great kickboxer. That is it.
there you have it.
Are you scared at all to go to Australia? It's kind of communist.
I
over
feel like the
there, isn't
Aussies are gonna love you, bro.
So it's actually funny, man. I love Australian people, and they're really good people, but
it? They're fucking nuts.
But their government is very much in line with our government, and even more in line with China. You know, their government is.
Well, their COVID shit was nuts. No,
Well,
weren't
I
they
mean-
like killing dogs and shit?
They were arresting pregnant people over Facebook posts. Like, you know, it's a damn shame, dude, because the Australian people, they love
I
freedom.
think Australia was the
They loved fucking guns. They had a very deep sense of freedom and national pride. And now it's like they're a lot of them are ashamed of their government. So I need to probably
That's like
not,
Canada too.
Yeah.
Post COVID Canada is way different than before. It's
dude,
crazy.
Canada is
It's
rough,
crazy.
bro. Canada, I mean,
Yeah.
Canada, you
It's
guys
pretty much communist
understand
now.
you don't even have a freedom of speech, right?
No, I know. They just passed that new law where like you literally
Hate speech is a
Yeah.
thing. It's a hate speech is a thing. It's fucking nuts to me.
they
Or
can like censor any
when they
social media
seize
shit.
the bank accounts of those truck drivers.
Yeah.
Fuck,
It's crazy.
And then Jordan Peterson with so you guys don't know, a lot of you guys know Jordan Peterson, his licensing was revoked by the psychologist. So he brought it to court to fight it. And the judge sided with the licensing board and said that he needs to go do social media training to become more sensitive. It's fucking insane.
Yeah,
bro.
Canada's so far gone now. It's sad.
Yeah, man, it's a damn shame, bro. Bay, America's following suit, dude. Don't worry, we'll be there. You think freedom of speech, like hate speech they're trying to make it. They're slowly trying to make hate speech not a thing, man. Here's the thing: if you're a racist, I want you to tell me. I don't want hate speech illegal. If you're a racist, if you're a piece of shit, fucking tell me, man. Wear your fucking flag. I don't want you to hide it and be a fucking snake in the grass. Fucking rock on, man. Society weeds out the shitbags, and we should let society do that. We shouldn't make laws to do it.
For sure.
But yeah, man, you guys are fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, dude, I really enjoyed
You guys
this.
got a lot of diversity in your fucking in your crew.
We've got everything, bro.
Bro, you look like a fucking actor. God, what is it? Like,
dude, he looks
fucking
like
Harry Potter. Harry fucking Potter. Tell me, bro.
Yo, I've never heard that before.
No, the guy with the big ears, bro, the goofy one. Anyway, someone will take. No, the dorky one that fucking kills a snake at the end. I think I don't fucking know. Anyways, guys, someone will side by side. You'll see what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, we appreciate you. We won't take too much of your time. But
Yeah, no,
we
all
appreciate
good.
you. The
Hey,
man.
you guys
You're fucking
are awesome,
hilarious.
bro. Like fucking, I'm proud of you guys. Good success, bro. I want to fracture.
After this, we're gonna go spar.
Yeah, it'll be great.
We'll probably
dude.
head to Walmart.
Hey, how much
Cop some
money
shit.
are you guys gonna pay me for this podcast again? What was it? What was the negotiated deal? How much
I
money?
stay out of those.
We got a China side bag if you want to do a little.
Okay, 'cause you
You gotta
gotta-
say
he has
something
a-
about
yeah.
China. We can work
Man has
something
a
out.
$40,000 fucking watch, bro. You better fucking give me something better than a Happy Dad box of seltzer. All right, man. You guys.
All right, man.
All right,
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, bro. That was awesome.
Wait, so are you not gay?
No, he is gay.
Okay, that's good, bro. You got the full diversity. Or was that your diversity hire? You're like, dude, we gotta get a black guy on the team. Bro. We gotta. So you got the gays, you got all the things covered. What are you, man? You Armenian?
Fuck, no, Polish.
Oh, fucking Polish, bro. Don't trust that motherfucker.
What a pod, boys. Sean Strickland, he's a funny ass guy. Head to sparring or Walmart? Straight up. Gotta reevaluate my whole life now. Not fucking rocking those boots, you know? Straight up.